Hey, my loves, stand by. Getting Instagram going, but I'm so glad you're here. This is the StreamYard system. Okay, boom. There we go. Yay. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. It is day number 5 of our manifesting school. Day number 5 of our free manifesting school. Yay, I love that. Goddess Tiffany Sober is first in class, sitting front and center on YouTube. Hello to all the Instagram peeps and Facebook as well. Yes, so we are in this beautiful circle learning our way through my new book. And I'm so excited that we are doing this. I did it a little bit different for the last book, but at some point, maybe later this year, I'm going to go back and do exactly this for African Goddess Initiation as well, because both of these books, the book is From Imagination to Reality, Secret Manifestation Lessons in the Law of Assumption from Abdullah Master Alchemist, are books that you need to do. They have a lot of exercises, a lot of processes, books that you need to do, not so much read. So the reading part is important. Get the audiobook if, it helps you to be able to listen, get the audiobook as well. But they are books that you do. Hello, Jamaican Douglas. I want to shout out my beautiful sister, Jamaican Douglas. She is on X, formerly known as Twitter, sharing these lessons. I am so grateful and so appreciative of you, my beautiful sister. Deep bow, deep bow, deep bow. Hello, Goddess Alicia. Hello, Goddess Charlene. Hello, Goddess Cherise. Hello, Goddess Maria. Hello, Goddess Marisol. Hello, Goddess Michelle. Everyone on all of the platforms. So, if you're in New York City, oh my goodness, if you're in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, come on through tomorrow. We're having a small soiree at a Black woman-owned shop on Amsterdam Avenue called My Little Magic Shop. My Little Magic Shop at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is my first American event that I've done since pre-pandemic. So I'm excited. It's a little spot. It should be a little small soiree because we didn't announce it weeks ago, just a few days ago. So it should be an intimate thing where I can sit and we can do this, but in a more personal way. Hello, Goddess Michelle. Good to see you. She is in LA. What's up, my LA peoples? So today we are going on in our studies on being a manifesting master. And today we are talking about the mystery of feeling. The mystery of feeling. All right. So how do you want to feel about your desire is a key part of the manifestation. We've been talking about the fact that we have multiple brains, but two main brains as we know them. There's the thinking brain, which is the conscious brain that says, oh, I'm thirsty. Okay, I need a little water. It's the thinking brain that says, oh, okay, let me turn on Aviola for day number 5 of our manifesting masterclass, right? But then there is the feeling mind, the feeling brain. And as Neville Goddard, master teacher Neville Goddard said, the feeling is the secret. Yay, Mama Bear says she ordered her book last night. Yes, if you are watching this and you do not yet have your book, please go purchase it. And please, please, please leave me a review on Amazon if you have the capacity to do so. Please, please, please. Thank you, Mama Bear. Yay. Okay, so the feeling is the secret. Type that in the comments. The feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. And Neville Goddard, who was a student of master teacher Abdullah, whose teachings we're going through here, actually wrote a book named Feeling is the Secret. Now, let's talk about this because this is important. This is the secret sauce that everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of folks missed when it came to manifesting and the movie The Secret. This is the secret sauce that the thinking brain, right? The thinking brain is the one that picks out the images on your vision board that says, I want a house, I want a car, I want an ideal business, I want to make, 7 figures, I want whatever it is, right? But the subconscious mind, as we've been talking about in this school all week long, is the real true manifester. And the subconscious mind speaks to us in feelings, in symbols. That's why oracle card readings are so potent and powerful. It is the subconscious, and our collective subconscious mind. Well, that's a different conversation. That is manifesting the collective unconscious. Which is also known as the Akashic Records. Whole different story, whole different lesson. Stay focused, Aviola. Stay focused. Okay. All right. So the feeling is the secret. So what that means is that your desire, so the page number, thank you, Goddess Michelle, for asking. The page is page 93. Page 93. So the quote that I start off with, the Abdullah quote, is, I have said all I have to say. That's what he said. I have said all that I have to say. He said that to Neville when Neville was trying to manifest. I've said all I have to say. What does that mean? That means that it's not about what you say. The affirmations, the decrees, all of that is important only to help to rewrite programming. And what you are saying, yesterday was about the power of words, is a power to manifest, because the blessing is in, the tongue. The power of the tongue is a curse or a blessing. But he was saying, I said all I had to say, because now it was up to Neville to feel. Right? Now it's up to you, if you are watching this, to calibrate your feelings into alignment with your desires. Let's go a little bit deeper. So in manifesting circles, we will talk a lot about being high vibe, right? And I'm in a container project coming up with Kyle Gray, who wrote a book on being high vibe, good vibes only. And that is really important when it comes to manifesting. But here is the secret. Here is what Abdullah and Neville meant when they talked about feeling. Not just the feeling of raising your vibration, which is absolutely what you want to do. And it brings in all the good feelings and all the manifestations and brings you in alignment with love and the divine and all beautiful things. For almost instant manifestation, you want to come into alignment with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Type that in the comments or write it in your journal. Feeling of the wish fulfilled. All right, I'm going to break down what that means in a second. The feeling of the wish fulfilled. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, right? Why do I do that? I do that for the same reason of when I'm teaching my daughter. So when I was teaching her how to spell her name, she learned relatively early. She's a genius, of course. But she learned relatively early because I said it to song. I said R-U-B-Y rather than way you spell your name is R-U-B-Y. No, I did it R-U-B-Y. So it's a song that is in her mind. We have commercials that are playing in our minds from, when we were children, This is all coming back to the subconscious mind and the feeling. You want to harness all of that power into assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So somebody yesterday said that she was manifesting a house. Forget who it was. Pardon me, my beautiful goddess. Someone said she was manifesting a house. So if you're manifesting a house, that's great, right? That's wonderful. And that's amazing and beautiful. And I firmly believe in my heart and soul that you will have your house. In fact, correction. You have your house. It is done, right? Type in the comments, it is done, because what you are seeking is seeking you. So how do you get it to you faster? How do you get out of this reality where maybe you are acknowledging that you don't have your house yet and into the reality where your house already exists? What is the feeling of the wish fulfilled? Why do you want that house? How do you want to feel? Somebody write down that question so that folks can see it. How do you want to feel? Right? How do you want to feel? Everything we want is because it's something that we want to feel a certain way. Think about that. Every single thing we want, it's because we want to. It's connected to us feeling a certain way. So if you want a new house, how do you want to feel? When I was looking for this house, what did I want to feel? I wanted to feel safe. For me and my daughter, I wanted us to have a safe place. I wanted to feel free. I wanted my child to be able to feel free to play in a yard that I didn't have when I was living in Harlem, in Manhattan. I wanted to feel connection. I wanted to leave. I kept on saying, I want to just live as close to my parents as possible, close to my parents as possible, close to my parents as possible. Can't live on close now. Right? So I wanted to feel connection. I wanted my daughter and I, while we are still blessed to be able to have access to my parents, which is wonderful and amazing. And I don't take that lightly. I wanted to feel connection. I wanted to feel happy about the situation, happy waking up, happy having a kitchen with light flooding into it, happy about it. So these are some of the things that I wanted to feel. These were my feelings of the wish fulfilled. And so, what I was required to do to speed up the manifestation is to jump into that feeling now. So, I might not have had access to the house at the moment when I looked around my Harlem apartment and said, okay, my beautiful Harlem 1 bedroom that I still, love, looked around and said, okay, we got to do something different because this little baby is walking and we got to be somewhere else, right? I had to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. How do you want to feel? So if it's a particular amount of money, right? You're wanting, to make a certain amount of money. How do you want to feel when you have that? And then step into that energy of abundance now. Don't wait. You get to feel rich now. You get to feel abundant now. You get to feel safe now. You get to feel loved before you have the relationship now, right? You get to feel all of it now. You have access to that through your incredible divine feminine trait and gift of feelings. You have access to feeling now, to feeling now. Like, how amazing is that? So you get to feel that way now. And of course, through doing the different processes in the book are about helping you to be able to calibrate to feel that now. So don't wait to feel rich when the money is in the bank. That's too late, because then if you're out of alignment, you're going to sabotage your way out of it. Don't wait until you're in the relationship to feel the love, to feel that you are worth loving, that you deserve love, that it feels good to be loved unconditionally, that you are a being, a bright star being of love. Don't wait to feel that. Because again, you don't want to wait until the manifestation is there and you're out of alignment with it and you can't catch up with yourself. You can't catch up with yourself and you sabotage your way out of it, or you kick it out of your life, or it falls away. Get the feeling now. How can you feel it now? How can you feel safe now? How can you feel rich now? Like, how can you walk around with feeling rich in your body and soul now? One easy way is, as we talked about yesterday, the language that you use. Stop complaining about the other. Every time you complain about the lack of it, the scarcity of it, the scarcity of the money, the relationship, the house, the whatever it is, the body, whatever it is, the health and well-being, you're acknowledging the gap, and boom, the gap grows and it's there. You're acknowledging the gap, boom, the gap exists. Instead, step into the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Yes, the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And know, and this is an upcoming lesson, that it's all a mirror. So if you want the one, be the one. If you want a safe home, be a place of safety. If you want a loving relationship, be a beacon of love. You see? Align yourself with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So high vibe matters. High vibe is important. But that will come naturally when you are more specifically calibrating yourself to the specific feeling of your wish fulfilled. Yes, Goddess Terry, staying in gratitude. Gratitude is an amazing magnifier of feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions, so important. Goddess Cicharel says, yes, light in the kitchen. I have no window in my kitchen in my condo now, and that's on my list in my new home. Oh my gosh, yes, the little things, like it's so important. The little tiny things, so when in Harlem, because it's about feeling the, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, I had one little window and it was facing a brick wall. It was facing the building next to me, so it was facing a brick wall. But I didn't focus on that. I didn't focus on the lack and say, oh my God, this really sucks, right? What I did was I still set up a breakfast nook facing that window. And then I made sure I had beautiful drapery and beautiful plants over it. The plants weren't outside of it like I wanted to see. Like now I can look out and the plants are outside the window. So I was like, okay, let me put it all inside the window and make this the most beautiful kitchen that I can, even though it doesn't have these features that I'm wanting, because that is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I can look out and feel, my bountiful garden. I look into the window and feel that, assume that feeling. And so here is a powerful exercise that you can do that for me was very key in bringing me here, right this moment, physically, where I am on this beautiful Lenape land. Much love to the Lenape peoples. So one of the things that I did was looking out of my window, of my front window, all right, taking Abdullah's lessons into Accord. I didn't look out of the window and see Harlem. And again, I love Harlem. Harlem is one of my favorite places on earth, right? But it just was not conducive to the next phase of my life. So I didn't look out of my window and see Harlem or see the Harlem street beneath me. I looked out of my window and I saw a home where I could easily be near my parents, where I saw flowers, where it smelled good, where I looked up and saw the sky. Oh, it feels so good to see the sky, the little things again that you take for granted. And so as I was looking out and I was doing that and I was getting into that feeling, getting into that groove and doing that on a daily basis, doing that as a daily practice, I also realized, and this is for those of you who are wanting to move with children or even wanting to raise your abundance with your children, or manifest anything in your life that affects other people. I thought, my daughter, even though she's a baby, even though she's a child, this is her life too. So she's got to manifest it as well. So I would stand with her, with my baby girl, and I would say, look, let's look out the window and see grandma's garden. We can see it from here. Look at her flowers. Oh, how pretty. And describe it. And you want to make it such a rich feeling that it's almost jarring. It became very jarring. Harlem, that I love, became jarring for me because I was no longer in alignment with it. Because when I walked out of the door, I was like, what's all this garbage? Like, how we get here? I looked out of the window and I was seeing my mom's garden. I was seeing the street. I was seeing the neighbors play. Like, what? It became jarring for me because I wasn't there anymore. I was already in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You want it to become surprising. Look at, practice in your mind's eye, seeing before you go to bed, most potent time, but seeing your bank account, looking at your bank statement and wow, oh, look at that. That's great. That makes me feel, so safe and so wonderful. I have more to give and more to, take care of my loved ones with. This is wonderful. So that it's almost jarring when you open back up your real bank account and you're like, where all my money go? I was just looking at and basking in my millions. What is this? Whose account is this? Right? So you're creating the gap on the other side, not the gap that you may have now between you and your desires. You're assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and stepping into that reality, as the quantum physicists would say, shifting timelines into the timeline where all that you want and more, all these things and more that I have done, you can do too. You're shifting into that timeline. You're jumping out of this timeline where there may be scarcity, there may be lack, you may not have, you may want, you may wish, you may desire, and you're leaping into the timeline of it is so, and so it is, and ashe, and alignment. That is what you're doing. That is the magic. That is the secret sauce. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And so the exercises that are in this chapter, let's see, there's fall in love with your desire. There's a section on the flip side. What about negative feelings and low vibes? Talking about that. Talking about dominant feelings, why dominant feelings matter. And I said, I'm about to say the most Gen X thing ever. What if your emotional life was a playlist where every track represented a different emotion? Some would be upbeat, others a little gloomy, but the songs you rock the most would be the defining soundtrack of your life. And so I go through and talk about how to turn up certain feelings, almost like you're turning up, a radio, like, turning up. Okay, I'm going to turn up the love here in this situation. Okay, you can do all of this in your visualizing. Visualization works. There's a reason the US government has invested money in studying it and uses it with Olympians and athletes and astronauts. There's a reason why it works. It works. It works. It works. Okay, so there's all of that here. There's the state akin to sleep. There's prayer as a state of receptivity. There's revision, the revision process. We're going to get to that. Emotional time travel in an upcoming lesson, and various exercises on turning up the volume, turning up the volume, turning up the volume. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to be true to the times that I promised y'all. So I'm going to read the feelings decree and journal questions. So the journal questions first today. Your feelings journal questions. Recall a moment in the past week where you felt a strong emotion. What insights or revelations does this emotion reveal about your current path and desires? If your most dominant feelings from today was the seed for tomorrow's experiences, what would you manifest? What are you manifesting right now? Are you in alignment with this outcome? Is this what you want? If not, which emotion would you prefer to amplify to shape your destiny? And then think of a time when seemingly negative emotion led to unexpected growth or change in your life. How did that emotion serve you and what did it teach you? Here's your feelings decree. My feelings create. Type that in the comments. My feelings create. Within my power, a force awakens. Today, I stand tall in this realization. My feelings have the power to sculpt my destiny. My feelings have creative power. With every pulse of my heart, I channel emotions of love, abundance, and joy, letting them light the path ahead. These feelings are my guiding star, leading me even during life's most turbulent storms. When feelings of doubt loom overhead, I trust the innate power within me. For every emotion, whether elation or despair, serves a divine purpose. They are the sacred messengers of my journey, steering me closer to my purpose. My feelings have power. From this moment on, I celebrate and honor my feelings. They are my compass and my allies. My feelings are the key. And so it is. 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 So we will continue. For those of y'all who are coming to New York tomorrow, who are in New York tomorrow for the event at my little magic shop on Amsterdam Avenue at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will pick this back up here, wherever you are watching this, on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you there. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. And I am so grateful that we are able to expand our lives together. See you next time, my loves. Bye.